So we've seen this piece, this first play, and now we have a play about what happens when the shelters are all full and there is nowhere to go. Watch the play, please. Don't yell stop. See the play first, and then... Who was that masked man? Oh, another one.
Got to be in the show.
And then we'll come back and perform on this play. House lights, please. And here's the play.
Oh, fuck you too, Di. God damn you, you're so witted. Folks, man, I like you. Think they make it all.
Hey, Cindy.
Oh, hey, girl, what's up?
What are you doing?
Where's your jacket?
Oh, I got stolen at the house party I just came from. Just freezing. Started going to DI.
Oh, don't even bother going to Di. They're full again.
Oh, for fuck's sake. And I gotta walk around all fucking night. What the hell? Damn.
Yeah, don't even think of going to the Alpha House or the Mustard Seed. They're both full as well.
Oh, fuck. Well, hey, what are you gonna do?
I'm just going for coffee to stay awake. I'm sorry, I gotta go work in a couple hours.
Coffee? Hey,
Yeah.
think you could buy me a coffee?
I only got enough money for myself.
Oh, come on. You always have lots of money.
I just have enough coffee for myself and bus fare, and I just
Okay, how
don't
about
want
this?
to
How
leave
about
it.
this?
What?
I'll walk with you over there.
Hey, girls, how's it going?
Wait.
Jen!
Oh, my God.
Hey, how's it going, girl?
Oh, I'm fucking freezing, man.
Awesome. Hey,
Oh, this is Cindy. Cindy, this
hey,
is Mark.
Mike. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Feisty, too.
What's wrong with you?
Not much. Hey, it was a great
Oh,
night.
you know this girl there in Kinmont?
What's wrong with that, girl? So what you doing?
We're just gonna go have some coffee, try to get myself warm.
Or, hey, I still got the tent. We'll go back there.
Oh my God, it's like middle of winter. You're still camped.
Yeah, got a fire and everything. You guys should come.
Hey, why don't we go to the tent? It's way out of the way, and you know they got a little fire.
Like that?
Oh,
I don't want to go to the tent.
Hey, Kevin's bringing a 12-pack of beer. We can all share.
I don't.
Fun beer.
Yeah, I got blankets.
I'm sorry.
Cuddle.
Oh, yeah, right. Not with your stupid breath.
Hey,
Out of here.
listen here, bitch.
Just come with us. Just come on.
Hey, you made your choice. I'm going for my coffee.
You know what? Let the bitch go. You and I can come have some fun.
No, I'm not gonna go with you. You're
Yeah,
drunk. I'm
come
not
on.
going with
Come
you.
on. Hey, come on. Come on.
And that's the end of that play. Folks, set up the beginning of the piece, okay? How many of you recognize the issues inside this play? Can I see some hands? I'm going to ask you, just very quickly, to yell out, what are the issues that come up out of this piece?
Harassment.
Harassment.
Here.
Piece
Fear.
of shit.
Pardon me?
Piece of shit.
This guy, he says, is a piece of shit, he says.
No, addiction.
Addiction.
Friendship.
Friendship. Bureaucracy. Hopelessness. I'm desperate.
Lack of choice.
Lack of choice. I have a question. One last question. We don't get to the tent. But what happens at the tent?
Sexual assault.
Nothing good. Yeah, nothing good. Okay. If you understand the struggles that the characters are engaged in, you have an idea about how to create safety. We wish they were not stuck in the street. They are. The shelters are full. I want to say this out loud. Getting them into a shelter tonight is magic. We wish they weren't stuck out here. They are. What do we do? From the top, please. Let's go.
Oh, fuck you, Di. I can't believe it, you fucking fool.
Hey, Cindy.
Oh, hey there.
What are you doing?
Where's your jacket?
Oh, I got stolen
for myself and sorry.
Come on, girl, you always got lots of money.
Is that a stop?
Yeah.
Well, we know each other, don't we?
Yeah.
Just set that aside for a minute. Who would you replace? This character here?
Yeah.
Where do you want to go from? Okay, well, she's asking you for coffee. Okay, here we go.
So, hey, you think you could buy me a cup of coffee?
I only have enough for one, but,
Come on.
I only have enough for one, but I
Come on, you can buy me
One
one.
sip.
Yeah. Come on, it's we're
Well,
going
let's
to the
just go
coffee
warm
shop.
up all the way to the coffee and go do what
Ah,
I
jeez.
We got where to go.
Come on, don't be so cheap, man. You gotta
Well, not tonight, I got, I think I
Yeah,
got a cell
right.
phone.
Don't lie to me.
No,
Come on.
I gave you my card and you used the whole thing. I $5. You took it,
Well, I'll tell you what. I'll walk with you to the coffee shop.
Sure, let's go. And then just make sure I get there safely and go wherever you want.
Okay, well, yeah, and then I'll panhandle enough for maybe panhandle enough for my coffee.
Maybe.
Hopefully.
Are you going to take her with you?
Yeah.
Let's just stop. Let's just stop.
No, that's fine.
Who understands that she doesn't want to? Yeah, and you know, you haven't been in our rehearsals, but you said the very things that we talked about in rehearsal, that she's going to empty your wallet. Yeah. Yeah. Somehow you knew. What's your name? Celeste. You come here, the invitation is to create safety inside this very dangerous moment. And I recognize he's on his way in. I know that. But we can create a bubble to investigate this. Because what happens if she doesn't take her with her? I have a question for you.
Yeah.
She's saying she's offering to share it with you, and it's not enough. You're going,
Yes, I want to know how much money she's going to got.
okay, I'm talking to your character here always, okay?
Yeah.
Your greediness is getting in your way, girl. You know?
Yeah.
Why is that?
Because if I'm going to get stuck out on the streets, I want to be able to get money to do something else besides drink coffee. I want to drink more.
That's a sign of an addict.
Well, it's a sign of an addict. Let me ask you something. How many people inside the streets suffer from addiction issues? Many. Many. You know, I don't know if it's the same here, but I'll give you a Vancouver stat. Mental health issues in Vancouver, 80% of the homeless population suffers from some kind of mental health issue. Now, whether the mental health issue takes you into the street or being in the street gives you mental health issues, I think it's probably circular, but they are very intertwined. And so if we're going to work on the homelessness issue, we work on the addiction and the mental health issue. We can't separate them. You know? So you're going to go with her. And what you said was, be there until I'm safe, and then you go and do what you're going to do with them, you said?
Well, I said, come up here and get coffee and get me there safely and then
Okay. So,
because she's not going to come to me. I don't.
I got to warm up.
Hey, I got a tent. Come back to the tent. You can warm up there.
Want to go to the tent? Come on, let's just go to the tent. We'll go check it out. It's closer to the coffee shop. You don't have to spend no money.
Hey, Cam's bringing a 12-pack of beer. We can drink, have fun, warm up.
Let's go have a beer.
No, I
Come on, let's just
Oh,
go.
come on. We'll talk. We'll become friends. Really good friends.
No, I am not going.
Oh, frick. Yeah.
You made your choice. I'm going for coffee.
stop. Come. Oh, we're having one of those, I don't believe I just did that. Camera's okay? I forgot to ask you, sorry. Camera's okay? Who would you replace?
Is it Cindy?
Okay, intervention replace Cindy, and from where?
When everything starts getting really comfortable.
Okay, so now. You know what I'm going to say. We have a play that has a lot of physicality in it. And when you present that to an audience and ask them to solve problems, you have to be prepared for physical responses. Don't take this personally, I have no idea what you're going to do. But you know, you can't present violence and not expect violence back. We're not here, however, to hurt each other. And so, if, for instance, I need to smash this guy in the face, I can do that. But it looks like this. Don't hit the actor. Don't hit the actor's ears, and they won't hit you back. Okay, I don't know what you're going to do. Don't take that as direction, but I have to say it. Okay, where do you want to go from?
Right when he comes in and tries to introduce himself.
Oh, so he's just coming in. Okay, you're over here then. Here we go.
Yes, so
Hey, who's your friend?
this is Cindy. Cindy, this is Mike.
Cindy, I'm late. Nice to meet you, girl.
Yeah.
I don't
Hi.
hardly know this girl. What's wrong with
What
you?
are you two doing together?
Well, I'm going to get coffee.
We're gonna go have
Coffee?
coffee.
Hey, I got a tent. I can make you a cup there with a fire.
But pretend it's real cool there. It's all set up out of the way, you know, and there's a little fire going on.
Yeah,
We're
it's
gonna hide
cool.
out there. We could do whatever we want over there. You
You
know,
gonna have some
love
beer
cars.
too? Cam's coming with the 12 pack.
Yeah, I work in the morning. I have to get my legs stripped, and you should really think about it.
Come on, girl. Come on.
No.
Just come with us. Come on, we're
You
here.
said you were going to walk me to get some coffee, so come on, girl.
So
I
you gotta
already
go with me?
promised.
No.
I already
Come on.
promised.
You're gonna come with me.
No, I think
Yeah.
we're going
No,
to take this.
I think she'll come with me.
Yeah, I think the cops across the street are going to
Wow.
decide.
Yeah. Yeah, we're there.
What are you going to do now?
That's another victim.
I'm not sure. When you come down here to do this, do you know it's this you're going to do, what you just did?
Somewhat. I felt that there was 2 levels of disparity. So we had Candy who felt she had no way out. So he was kind of her last option, but someone else gave up on her.
Yeah.
And
Now you're nervous. You know, the theater is an emotional language, and it's okay.
maybe say like Candy's character needed to know that she had a way out.
Yeah. Is it okay if I talk about this just for a moment?
Yeah, definitely.
This comes up in the workshop, and I want to say it here. I've actually never said this in front of an audience before. When did laughing get okay and crying become worrisome? We're human beings, and we need to laugh and cry. Sometimes we need to laugh in groups, and sometimes we need to cry in groups. And one isn't good and the other bad. They're just both necessary. So I get to say that because you're having the courage. You're going to go with her. This helps you tonight. Yeah. See, the reason I asked you the first question is because what I think I saw is you come down here thinking one thing, and then as it evolved, you decided to do something else. Am I seeing that?
When I came down here, I wanted to protect her. I wanted to fight for her. And I felt that I just needed to give her how to do that.
Right. Okay. I can make a bad assumption, but I'm thinking what we end up understanding here is that fighting against this guy is the wrong tactic. Might be the wrong tactic, and that there are other ways to deal with this moment. Yeah? Anything you want to say before you go?
I don't know. I guess life's just about options. And then making sure you have the big one.
Okay. Thank you very much. There's something at the heart of this piece I want want to say this openly to you, that really shocked me. I'm not from here. And that is that it's not okay to just settle somewhere in the street in Calgary. That people have to keep moving, that somehow they have to become invisible if there's nowhere to go. I am shocked by that. As bad as the homelessness situation is in Vancouver, and we have a real problem, if there's nowhere to go, you curl up somewhere, and you're not going to get harassed, right? You know, because maybe we're just way beyond that. But what are people supposed to do if there's nowhere to go? Because things like in this play is what happens. We are, you're almost on your way out. Okay, we're going to take one more intervention. Yeah, so we'll go from there, from this.
Yeah, come back, we'll get to know each other. Hang
Get
out.
your hands off me.
Ah, fuck you, bitch.
Well, you made a choice. I'm not going with that thing.
Hey, come on, you and me then.
I'm not gonna go with you.
Sure you are, sure you
I
are.
don't think so.
Yeah, you are.
Is that a stop? We can have 2 per customer. Who's your place? And where do you want to go from?
She walks me.
Okay, so is she gone, or is she just going?
Yeah, she just walked over.
So come back and you're going. Okay, and here we go.
You made your choice. I'm going.
Just 1 second, okay? Just 1 second. Because we have to let her try this idea, and then I will come to you. Let's start again.
You made your choice. I'm going for my
Let it go.
coffee.
Let the bitch go. You and me back to the
No, I
tent.
think I'm just gonna follow.
No,
No,
I
you
am
come
gonna.
back to the tent. Come on,
Okay, I'll follow you.
thanks.
For one
Come on.
quick second.
well, let's play the scene. Well,
Okay, what is this? Run.
run.
Come back to the tent.
Okay, so running.
We're here in the theater, and in the theater everything carries symbolism that I think applies to the real world. This isn't a criticism of anything. I think we saw something true here. How many of you understand the impulse to go, I'm going to run soon. I'm going to run. I'm going to run away from him and never do it. How many of you understand it? Because initially it's what we see, right? Initially it's what we see. And I think we see the truth when we see that.
But some people do try to run.
Yes, absolutely. And then you do, and you actually, because you've got a bad leg, manage to get away. But I want to focus just for a moment on that. I'm going to run and never doing it. What is that? Tell me.
Well, she's still looking.
A kind of fear, yes?
She's without a jacket. She needs a place to stay. So she's pulled between, you know, wanting to go there and keep herself out of the cold, safe.
Right. So she's maybe torn between these 2 things. She's terrified of doing this, but it's warm there.
Yeah.
Yeah?
It's, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Wanting to leave, he won't hurt her.
Part of her might want to believe that he won't hurt her. Yeah, up the back there.
I guess it could be hope without action.
Sorry, I can't hear you.
Hope without action?
That her hope takes away her action, is that what you're saying?
No, she has hope, but without the action?
Oh, she has hope, but she never gets to the action. Okay.
Well, and if she runs and then gets caught by the punishment at the career.
Right. True, that happened in rehearsal today, before his bad leg acted up. Because he could catch you. And if he catches her, then the shit may really hit the fan. So, and I know you know all this. It's a calculated risk. Yes.
It's just the way I reacted,
Right.
like in case someone went into the streets.
Right. Okay.
That's how I reacted when I said it. Actually,
Yeah. But you get away. I have a question for you. You get away. Where are you going?
nowhere.
Yeah. Not inside, not tonight.
To a friend.
Going to a friend's place. Where's our, where are you? Oh, here. Hey, do you have a friend's place to go to tonight?
Yeah, I just have one,
You do, you just have to walk there. I have a question then. Why aren't you doing that?
because I'm downtown and they live in South.
Okay, they're very far away, but you could do that. Okay. Where else? Where might she go tonight? Yeah.
How much of an attraction is that case of beer?
How much of an attraction is his beer?
Yeah.
I'm a chronic alcoholic, so it's something I really, really need.
So might you go just for the beer?
Yeah.
So she might go for the beer, but I think in our play, what you're seeing, you can see it in her eyes. She doesn't want to go there. Beer or no beer.
You can see him expect something, right? And if she uses him for his alcohol, he'll use
Yeah,
him
he,
for something.
yeah, of
Oh,
course.
yeah.
That's okay. Okay, anything you want to say? She says, I just hope this never comes true. Okay, thank you very much. Oh, somebody else stop. Who else stop? That's okay. Okay. Is there one last intervention in this play? Not discussion, intervention. Yes? No. To do here.
Okay. Sure.
Come.
Yeah.
Who would you replace? And where do you want to go from?
Pretty much when you're just about to go to college.
So she's just about leaving.
Just about to
Yeah.
leave there.
Okay, so you've got her by the, like this by the arm. That's where we are. And here we go.
You made your choice, I'm going for
Wait,
coffee.
wait, go.
Hey, no,
Come on. I have an idea. I think she's up to something, so I'm gonna find out. If you wanna meet me over to the tent, I'll come and find out.
No, we don't need her there. Oh, no, trust me, you do.
Why? Oh, you know. Shut
No, meet me at the tent.
Yeah,
Go meet, get the beers. Come on.
Cam's back there with the beer. Well, listen, I'm gonna get a coffee, okay? I'm gonna bring the coffee to us. Trust me, I know.
Oh, no.
Hold on,
All right.
Where are you going with him?
Technically, I was, well, the way it was going to go.
No, I just asked, where are you going with him?
To the coffee.
Okay. Can we have that table out here, please?
You want?
Yeah. And 2 chairs.
You just accept it.
Okay, take these, please. Okay. You're going with her, right?
Yep.
Okay. Here we are.
Okay.
So, is this the
The same place,
coffee
same
shop we
place.
went to? Okay, so be in the coffee shop. One more chair, please. Here we go.
Hey, Cindy. You want to apologize? Just want to sit down and have, nice warm coffee. If we can still sit together, that'd be great.
Yeah, see, as long as you pay for your own. Just him sit there. Like I said, I only got coffee for myself.
But what about the offer of sipping?
Well, there's half coffee left in that.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
I gotta go use the washroom.
We still got a cup of coffee.
You want to drink on the way back to the tent?
For 2 more minutes and yeah.
And freeze. Freeze, please. Freeze. Go away. Freeze. Don't, you were looking at your cup.
Yeah, what?
Yeah, stay. I'm going to come and touch you. Your secret thought, please. The thing you're really thinking deep inside, but would never say out loud in this moment when you're going to wrap up this play. Decide what it is, commit to it, don't change it when you're the other person is.
She ain't getting away.
I wish it was a bigger cup.
I wish this was a bigger cup. You're gone, aren't you? Your secret thought, please.
Fuck, I'm out here.
Does this go the way you think it's going to go?
Playing her character, I would still think that I could still manipulate my way out. Whether it was a half a cup of coffee or not, I would still think of some other way. Much as he's determined, you can tell that.
Yeah.
I figured that at least I could, half a cup of coffee could still find a way out.
You know she's standing there, right?
So it's kind of a stubborn, you're both stubborn
Right.
about this. I'm at a shelter.
Well, you're at the...
I'm at a sheltered place.
Yeah, you're at this coffee shop. How long can they stay here? 20 minutes? And then somebody's going to come and talk to them. But mind you, folks, I'm just kind of working my way through this as we go. We're not going to act this out. But somebody's going to come and talk to you. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are you going to say then?
That again, I would try to manipulate my way around that person and try and escape through.
So you're not, okay. So what I just heard is you're not going to say to the person from the coffee shop, I need help right now. You're going to try to stay at the coffee shop.
Yeah, well again, you never know what this person needs to be a senior person than I am, right? He's not going to do anything. But again, if I manipulate a story around it, he can move away. But
I have a question. I'll come to you, son. I have a question. If we get to the coffee shop, how difficult is it for her to ask some stranger for help? Very?
But
Why?
it's a lot easier when she's in the coffee shop
Yeah,
than
that's
out
what
on
I'm
the street.
saying.
Yeah.
Why?
Secretly selfish. Even when Cindy was in the same situation, she did nothing because she wants to look out for herself.
Right.
Everyone's selfish.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
It's admitting vulnerability.
Because it's admitting vulnerability, yeah.
Because he's right there.
Because he's sitting right there.
Always gonna see him on the street.
Because she's going to run into him some other time and
She doesn't know if anybody's going to help her.
because they could say no.
The coffee shop owner is gonna look at both of them and go, just get the hell out of my
Right,
shop.
the coffee shop is just going to pair them together and say, get the last one.
Even if they call the cops, it's not guaranteed the cops are gonna respect it either.
Even if they call the cops, it's not guaranteed the cops are going to respect them. Anything you want to say before we go?
just taking chances. That's what I was playing.
Okay, thank you very much. I'll take his comments, then we're going to move to the next play.
I thought it was a crazy enough solution. I thought it had a half chance of working. And I think what bringing him, what the gentleman did coming down here is he lowered the tension amongst all the various players here. And he won't resolve the world's condition with that, but he brought everything down to a point where there was a whole lower level of tension and that something might work out.
Okay. This cast. Okay, we're going to set up for the third play, please. A couple things. There's a bottle there. This bottle is full of rum and coke. Not real rum and coke. Okay, focus yourselves in, please. We're going to show you this piece. Just watch the play, please, and then we'll come back and do forum on it. We have the house lights. Thank you. And here's the play.
Buddy, you know we fucking dead this whole fucking park?
Did you know that you cannot hog the bench? Can you move your bag and go? It's against the law.
It's a public park.
Go. I'm only gonna warn you this one time.
Bravo. And that's the end of that play. I'm interested, how many of you here know how important and how difficult the privacy issue is inside the homelessness issue? How many of you know? Yeah, there's not a lot of hands in this room. It's something hidden. Getting space to reflect, to sit and read a book, undisturbed. How many of you think it's important? Can I see some hands? It's a hidden part of the issue. It can drive, I would suggest, people crazy into very bad behavior. And so we've saved this piece for the last piece, because I think the issues in it are hidden in a way, are underneath in a way that the issues in the other two places are easier to see. You understand what I mean? So we're going to go back into this piece. Because the piece is cyclical, I really like what they made. They made a poem. We're not, because it's cyclical, we're going to pick up in the second round. You've seen the beginning of the play. So He's been here reading his book. He's been here with the music. He's left. The smoking the joint has happened. The police officer has come. The two of them have left. And we're in the second round now of reading the book. We're going to start there. Focus yourselves in, please. If you understand the struggles the characters are engaged in, and you have an idea, not just to create safety, but I'll ask, to try to find privacy, yell stop. The action will stop. We'll come. We'll try it right here. Here we go. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, go. Stop. Who would you replace? Pardon me? This character here. You get the book. And is the camera okay?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, where do you want to go from?
Oh, I just from him sitting down.
So is he here?
Yeah, that's fine.
No, but where are we in the play?
Oh, sure, I'll be sitting on the bench.
So has
He
he
can come
entered
in.
yet?
He can come in.
Please, make your entrance. Here we go.
You want some of this? Hey, you. Hey. You want some of this?
So like stood up here.
Stop.
Just 1 second. Okay, I'll come to you in a moment. I'm going to see what happens here. If you're going, go.
Excuse me, sir, is that your bag there? Did you know that? Did you know that you cannot hog the bench? You take your bag and go.
Are you going to do anything about him or not? I have a question, and because it's the police. How many of you think this police officer is going to go talk to him now? How many of you think he is? Okay, how many of you think he isn't? Okay, those of you who think he isn't, why not? Because he's just sitting there reading. Huh? He's not doing anything wrong. Those of you who think he is, why?
Is it bad?
Calgary.
Because in the same vicinity as everybody else, you might get lumped in with them. Okay, you might not even know the guy, just the book he's reading.
He looks homeless.
Is it bad? He knows him from before.
Because he knows the guy from before. It doesn't have to do with the book. Okay.
He looks homeless.
Because he looks homeless.
Or he's
Masked.
not
And
wearing
because a lot of the public spaces in Calgary really aren't public, they're private now.
Right. Because a lot of the public spaces in Calgary aren't public, they're private now.
And the police will automatically.
And the police will move you up. Come. What's your name? Hillary. Good book.
Yeah, I think that is actually pretty good.
You come here, you want something for the Bill character.
Yeah, privacy and space.
Right.
Right? And
Right.
so, sorry.
No, go ahead. this solves the problem for a moment,
Yeah, unless they know him
you know.
or recognize him.
But the powers that be come. When I say the powers that be, I think what I really mean is not just him, but other characters in the play. It's not just about the police. It's about trying to find some space when you have no secure home. To not have the,
Well,
have
you
it.
can't shut the door. Absolutely not.
Yes.
The only thing you can do is remove yourself as much from what is socially acceptable as taking drugs, right? So it would be socially acceptable for somebody in a suit to sit down on a bench and expect not to be bothered when you're at lunch,
Yeah.
right? But for somebody who's got an afternoon to kill, you know, they might be subject to being bothered.
Yeah. Somebody else stop. Who was that? There's a, yeah. Who would have replaced?
Who would have replaced the police officer?
Do you understand the police officer's struggle?
I believe I do.
Come. Stay. Would you stay?
I was just gonna say.
Yeah. Where do you want to go?
I would come in here while I'm
Just come. Give him the hat. You get the hat. Where do you want to go from?
when people were sitting on the bench.
Come back, guys, please.
And I'm approaching
Okay.
and I see the interaction.
Okay, so you're just kind of near the bottom of the stairs is where we are. Okay, we all know where we are? Yep. Here we go.
No, I would have intervened earlier, you know, but when I'll say it,
No, just do it. And if you want it to be at a different time, we should start at a different
we
time.
should start earlier.
When?
When he was hassling her and he wanted to offer a drink.
So much earlier on in the play.
Well, maybe just too long.
Just a couple of seconds away, because he was.
Okay. But I'll say, the police officer wasn't here then. So she wasn't here.
During the intervention, he was.
I'm watching the police officer approach.
Okay, so you see it.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll buy that. Here we go. Here we go.
Hey, you want a drink?
Hey man. Hey man. Hey man. So like this park,
Just do it.
this park is big enough, and like we all know each other, and I see around here all the time, and this girl I don't see around here all the time. So you can drink over here, man. And you can smoke over there, man. And no one causes any problems with one another, and we all coexist, eh? I see you bothering the book reader.
I'm down, but
Cool, man.
Yeah.
You're doing more than giggling.
Come, folks, come. I think it's,
I don't like. I'm not gonna bite.
okay, focus here, please. You need to focus here. I think it's no accident that you're not wearing the hat. So I want to ask you, because I live in a world of symbolism. What does it mean to put that hat on?
It means more to take the hat off and to appreciate these people as
Yeah.
real people with real struggles.
Okay.
And I think that's why a lot of people go into policing. It's unfortunate that's not.
Can you hear him at the back?
No.
Say it louder. Yeah.
I've taken the hat off because to these people who I'm dealing with, it's a gesture of recognizing them as individuals, as people, as real life people. And this hat separates me from them, and I can understand their struggle. And I want to give them space to be themselves and to deal with their struggles on their own time. As a police officer, I'm not going to resolve their issues. That was for the social worker and the other people.
Okay. I'm going to ask you folks, how easy or difficult is it for this police officer to take off the hat and do this? Who thinks he can? Can I see some hands? Very few of you. Those of you with your hands up, just keep your hands up for a second.
By himself.
If he's by himself, he can. Okay. Anybody else? Yeah.
if he's got relationship,
If he's got relationships with these people. Anybody else?
Maybe if he's new.
If he's new. Up there, is that a hand? Yeah.
Can I interject? Can I say if I were experienced, I would probably be more likely to do that.
Actually, if you were senior, you might be able to get away with it.
Yeah.
Thanks, sir.
Yeah. Those of you who think he cannot, why not?
His respect could be on the line.
Because his what?
His respect could be on the line.
His respect with who?
His peers.
His respect with his peers could be on the line.
He knows that word of mouth will cause a huge party for the next weekend in his park.
Right, so on his beat, word of mouth will get out, and it'll be party time on his beat.
This particular cop got in because he likes authority.
That's making a character judgment on him. I don't accept that. I'm sorry.
Because he put it on, that's his job.
Because he put the hat on, and that's his job.
His job at risk.
It puts his job at risk.
Well, he doesn't represent himself only, he represents the whole police force.
He doesn't just represent himself, he represents the whole police force. I know there are many of you who want to talk, but we don't need to agree in here. You know what I mean? This is what a conversation is about. I know some police officers, especially in Vancouver. I don't come from here. I'm a bit of a disadvantage. Who do this often. And they had to go on a big journey to do it. Because there's a culture, you know what I mean? He lives inside a culture of the police force.
That's a security blanket.
And it's hard. You know? We get to talk all about this because you come up and do this. Is there anything you want to say? Where are you? Where are we? He's just, yes, okay. He's just leaving. Okay, you've just seen the cop. Okay? Yeah.
Did you know that you can't hog this bench? Can you move your bag? It's against the law. Can you go?
It's a public park.
I'm only going to tell you this once. Go.
Just before he goes, I have a question for you. Because this was a real surprise to me. How many of you know that this is actually the law? Not many of you. How many of you don't understand that? Can I see some hands? Yeah. I think this is really important for people in Calgary to know. It came as a big shock to me. If this come. Sit, please. This is not against the law. This is against the law. What the hell is that about? I'm sorry, I know I'm from outside here. But what the hell is that about? I hope there are some people who are lawmakers in the room.
I'm just wondering, is that enforced for students who sit down and
Enforced for everybody.
on campus?
Okay, just a second. I want to get into a big discussion here, but there's a question. Is this enforced for students on campus?
I haven't seen it for students, but I've seen it along a few parks downtown. I've seen it actually just up the street by the library. It's ridiculous.
It appears to me to be aimed at vagrancy. Yeah, yeah. Okay. The question then is, what do we do? What do we do with this matter? Can somebody come and do something? Try. You gonna come? Come. Who would you replace? Okay. And where do you want to go? And where do you want to go from?
From what you was just telling me.
Okay, so when she's explaining about the bag. Here we go.
Excuse me, sir. Did you know that Did you know that you can't hog this bench? Can you take your bag and go?
Would I be able to just put it between my feet?
I'm not here.
Can you just leave the park and go? I'm only gonna tell you this one time. Go.
But it's not on the.
Just go. I'm giving you a warning. I could take you to the drunk tank.
Can you take me?
Yeah, that's a serious request, isn't it?
Yeah.
No, it just dawned on me. That's done. Sorry, what's your name?
Great.
Ray. When he asked to put between the bag down here, you were going to let him stay, weren't you? Is that true?
Yeah.
Yeah. But you just had to push it, didn't you?
That was wrong.
Yeah, no, I know. But you understand what just happened here? In the symbolism of what we have, he might have been able to stay. You know, this isn't a criticism, no.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean? You had to push it.
Oh yeah. Cool.
And now she's going, get out. But, yeah. But now you're saying, could you take me to the drunk tank? Why are you saying that?
Well, I'm out there. It's obviously because we have patrols going on. I'm drinking. She's just sort of letting people off, so it's gotta be. I'm just out there because I have nowhere else to go.
I have a question for the room, and please, folks, we've been here for a while, and I hope there is the openness in this room for me to ask this question. How many of you have purposefully gone to jail because there was nowhere to go? Could I see some hands, please? Right, there's about a dozen hands up in this room. There's about a dozen hands up. And I want to say, inside this representation of Calgary, that's a lot of hands. Purposefully gone to jail because there was nowhere to go. Anything you want to say before you?
Don't do drugs.
Just give me back the one. We're going to see if there's one last moment here. You're gone. You're on your way. Yeah, I'm positive. You're off the stage. And we have this last moment. Just wait for a second, okay? We have this last moment in the play. At 0, okay? 3, 2, 1. Stop. And cut. Who would you replace? And you understand her struggle? Okay. You get the hat. Bill. You don't know each other though, right? I don't think you know his name. You don't need to know his name. Where do you want to go from? Okay. Take the cross, Bill, please. Volume, please, so people at the back can hear. Okay? Take the chance,
Have a good day.
hoped they'd stay away. And part of me knew they'd be back. Because of course it's the heart of the play. That it gets cleared away and becomes just like the tide, many times a day. How many of you know that's true? On this bench. I have a question for you before we start to wrap up, because everything has symbolism for me. It's a park bench, but in the theater it's more than a park bench. If it's not a park bench, if it's something else, what is it around privacy?
Barriers.
It's barriers. Okay, what is it? What is it for you, this privacy place?
It's someone's couch. They go
It's-
there every day.
It's somebody's couch.
Personal space.
It's personal space, the back.
It's opportunities.
It's opportunities. But what do you mean when you say that?
Well, it could be as simple as somebody taking a rest.
As
From
simple
what-
as just somebody taking a rest.
Sense of belonging.
It's a sense of belonging somewhere. It's community. It's a bed.
Canvas of human nature.
It's a, sorry, what?
Canvas of human nature.
It's a canvas of human nature.
Familiar.
It's familiar. We'll take these and then we're going to stop. It's an observatory.
It's a question of identity, like John was asking.
It's a question of identity, like John was asking.
It's these people's lives and it's life, and it's all coming together in this intersection of public space.
It's these people's lives coming together in the intersection of public space. Okay, this cast, come please. Not bad, eh? And can we have the whole workshop group on stage, please? Before we wrap up, a couple of business things. It's great that you're all here tonight. There is a second and last performance at 6 o'clock tomorrow. There's been a lot of good pre-press around this, and it would be very nice if the 6 o'clock show was completely and utterly full. It would be nice if there were people sitting on the stairs. I don't know how a fire marshal would think about me saying that, but you understand what I mean. You are now the best publicity for this. You can help this by doing that. Let people know. 6 o'clock tomorrow, it's the last performance.
Will they be the same vignettes?
Yes, this is it. Yeah, when you want us to do new plays by 6 o'clock.
Can I kill him?
I want to do some thank yous. I know they were done at the beginning, but I want to thank This Is My City, and in particular, Jody, Aviva, and Lisa. You don't know how much work this is to pull together. A lot of work. And also Hannah here, who you didn't see on stage, who's been the support person. And also Debbie, who's one of the workshop participants and had input into all of this, but you didn't see on the stage. And of course, One Yellow Rabbit, whose festival you're at, they are, One Yellow Rabbit and Headlines are friends, theatrical friends, and so it's very nice to be here at the festival. Thank you, One Yellow Rabbit. This work is a circle. It starts in a reality. In this case, the reality of these people's lives. I want to say again, nobody was playing themselves here tonight. They were all playing characters. Nevertheless, it starts in reality. Through the creation and rehearsal process, we made an image of that reality, not an image of fantasy. It isn't Disney up here. An image of reality. And through this interactive forum theater event, we've transformed those images. We've taken them apart and put them back together again. We have a hope doing that. It's theater. As a theater director, I hope it's entertaining. but there's a bigger hope. And that is that in the process, we have insights, we learn stuff about the issue and about ourselves. But that circle, reality, making an issue of reality, transforming issues of reality, is not complete unless we take whatever we learn in here back out to reality and use it to make the world a safer place. We hope you want to honor this, and if you do, please take whatever you can out of here and use it. Thank you very much for coming, and most of all, thank you folks.